My freestyle Friday people, niaje, karibu sana to whatever this shall be. Inafaa kukuwa a Q&A as the video title inasema, depending on who ata show up na maswali ambayo na swali ambalo atauliza ama watauliza, then tutajua vile kutaenda. But karibu sana to this session, ni a follow up to kile tulifanya Ijumaa, ile historia tulioandika Ijumaa, ile record tulio set Ijumaa. So this is what this is supposed to be, a follow up to that. Na pia tukiwa na milestone celebration na milestone moments, monumental moments za Freestyle Friday, huwa tuko na a Q&A session. After that session tulikuwa na an interview na Irauka mwenye alichukua kazi ya Afrikan, cause Afrikan hiyo siku hakuwa available. Afrikan wa sana kwa sana. So what we usually do ni kukuwa na an interactive session. After kukuwa na an interview na ndugu yangu Irauka, tulikuwa na session ya kuchochwa na audience members na swali mbili tatu. So what we normally do during hizi milestone celebration moments na sessions ni kuchukua maswali kutoka wewe kama hadhira uliye hapa, then I respond to them and then tunakafunga. So najaribu kuona kama we can do that tonight. If not, kama haita happen, tunaweza ifanya siku ingine. Hizi sessions ukuanga spontaneous. We shall see how this one goes na vile itafanikiwa or lack thereof. So karibu sana to this Q&A session. Kumekuwa na mtu mmoja hapa, bully kegode, but amezidi. So nitasubiri atakayetokea, tutafanya maneno yetu. Tuli mark 2 years of Freestyle Friday on Friday. Niaje mutsi za kunitupa, umeshindaje? Are you out here still changing the world as you usually do? So tuli commemorate 2 years of Freestyle Friday on Friday 26th May 2023, which wow, that was a different level of monumental. Hiyo ilikuwa kitu kingine, ndio maana nimesema tuliandika historia. Kuna clips nilishare later that night after show it happened. I took you through the day as well as I got to the venue where we did the celebration, just to realize that kitu ime happen for 2 years consecutively kila Ijumaa. Ni mind blowing na kuona people show up and celebrate that moment na kusikia sentiments zao regarding the journey and vile wana view Freestyle Friday na the consistency and complaining about it. Ni aje K9, seeing that in itself ilikuwa beautiful sana, and being in that moment and being with the community ilikuwa nothing short of beautiful. And kuna footage which inafaa kushughulikiwa na iwe shared Eventually we shall see how that will go. Kemi amekuja hapa. Kemi ni mtu mmoja mwenye alishika mikrofoni. Kemi the rapper akanichocha kidogo, and that is on record. So niko grateful for such people and such moments za kuchochwa mbele ya dunia. So Mutsi anasema usije kutupa, ni mwana niko hapa, kuna kazi safi unayofanya. Asante Mutsi, asante sana. After kusema congratulations on marking 2 years. Shukran for that. So Mutsi, kama uko na swali, unaufala na nilijua kuna msada kuja hapa na aseme hii kitu. Nilikuwa na ngoja one of them aiseme ndio nitoe my rejoinder. Nilijua cause Kemi anasema lol, jiangalie umerudi tu hapa live. Nilijua I knew this was to happen and someone angeisema. Sijakuja hapa kurap at all. Nimekuja hapa kufanya our usual Q&A ile si ufanya after we celebrate a milestone. That's what I was even about to say before Kemi kuja hapa na maneno yake. Nilikuwa niambie Mutsi na Kemi iwapo kuna any question. My pinned comment imedisappear. There again imepotea. There goes my pinned comment. Ndio tuko rada. I think tunakuwa na misunderstanding hapa na watu kama Kemi. Sijakuja hapa kurap. What I told you people on Friday that nimeacha. Ngojeni mwone this week. Mkinikosa hapa ndio mtajua hamjui. So what I was even saying, and Randa pia alikuwa na sisi ametujoin. Randa and Kemi were there for the celebration na ni amazing kuwacheki hapa. Kile nilikuwa nasema ni sifanyanga hizi sessions after our celebration moments and sessions, ndio nichukue maswali from you. Kama kuna any question kuhusu freestyling, kama kuna any question kuhusu freestyle Friday, that is why tunazifanyanga. So tunachukuanga maswali. So shukran Mutsi ameuliza swali moja. So Kemi na Randa, kama pia kuna maswali ambayo hamkuuliza na vitu hamkusema, mnaweza ziuliza during this session. Ndio maana nimekuja hapa. Sijakuja hapa kurap. Kemi thinks I'm joking. Also, kama kuna another question that you have, kuna a question button on the bottom right side of your screen. Yenye kuna a question na a comment box around it. Unaweza itumia for any further questions. Ndio time na respond to the question. Naweza iprop kwa the screen. Itakuwa easier pia for yule mtu mwenye ako hapa kuona the question. See YouTube, unfortunately, haitabaki hapa for eternity. So watu wenye watawatch video baadaye utahave to kutegemea my word. I believe that I read the right question. So that is what niko hapa kufanya. Siko hapa kurap. Nimewarapia miaka 2 kifuatana. Nimerapia kutosha. So shukran to Bully Kegode mwenye amekuwa hapa wa kwanza, tulikuwa naye pia shule ya upili. Shukran to Randa, tulikuwa naye huko shule ya upili, in fact class moja. Shukran to Kemi, huyu amekuwa a schoolmate mara 2, not even thrice. Amekuwa a schoolmate shule ya msingi, amekuwa a schoolmate chuo kikuu, na sasa ni a schoolmate katika shule ya maisha. And then asante sana to Mutsi mwenye pia ako hapa nasi na ameuliza swali la kwanza, mwenye amesema janitupa, amekuja kunipatia pongezi zangu kwa kazi ambayo nafanya na niko grateful for that. Naona kuna 2 questions, beautiful. So Mutsi ameuliza swali yenye I think K9 or Slim, I think ni K9 actually mwenye nimemention, aliliuliza what has been your driving factor, tuseme hapo kwa consistency, nini imekuwa ikikupush. So hapo kwa consistency, nini imekuwa ikinisukuma, I mentioned this and I will reiterate kile nilisema, ni mastery. That is what has been pushing me. And something else pia that siku taja as I was responding to that, I was thinking about this after, ni for those people wenye wananijua and they've seen me start things and do things, wanajua once I start things I finish them. So kuna those two things. Kuna one, angle ya mastery, being fascinated na freestyling as an art form across different art forms. I mentioned comedy, I also talked about hip hop and rap, I also mentioned jazz. So the art of freestyling, karibu sana Wanja, shukran for being here as well. Watching that and loving the art form has been something that I've also wanted to do, and something that nimekuwa nikifeel, where can this go and how much can I master the art form of freestyling in the context of hip hop and rap. And kukuwa na hiyo historia ya kuona other rappers do it, kuona battle rappers wakiifanya, and then kufeel I can explore this same art form and how can I do it in my way based on kile nimeona, na mi pia niweze kusema master the art form na nimefanya what kwa mind yangu, nimefikiria capable. So starting doing this from years back, tukiwa at a high school where we used to have freestyling sessions, mna meet na wase, either you are rehearsing verses zile mmeandika, ama mna come up na a line or two on the fly, or even chilling kwa dorm, because kuna one session tulifanyanga during time tuko na KCSE, where tulikuwa the only people left in school as home force, the rest had gone home. At the time pia kulikuwa na a strike, so that's why alikuwa ameshia home. And I remember tukichill kwa dorm, tukiwa tumetulia kwa cube, and sijui ilianzaje, but tulianza tu kurap. So in those moments, kando na spit zile verses or lines zile umeshika and you've been writing, ulikuwa pia pushed to come up na lines on the spot. So iligeuka a sort of an East Coast versus West Coast kind of battle moment. Haikukuwa na that much of gravity, but tuliturn evil in a friendly way. So depending on how tulikuwa tumekaa kwa hiyo cube, people on a particular side walikuwa East Coast ama East side, and then the others walikuwa upande mwingine West Coast, West side. Na tulikuwa a couple of us. Sijui kama the people who are in that session remember, but najua kulikuwa na Pero, Elias, Red Eye, tulikuwa naye kwa the effects, kulikuwa na I believe was Neo there. Sijui if Neo was also there, alikuwa kwa the effects. I remember Leon Madahana alikuwa there. I remember Cheesy, Clinton Munyasa. I remember African Roke alikuwa na Sisi, tulikuwa naye kwa Umurani. So kulikuwa na maybe between 6 and 8 of us kwa hiyo cube, and tulikuwa tupiana buzz. I think Karani as well was also there, Dennis Karani mwenye alipass a few years back. So tulikuwa wase kadhaa tumekaa, and that's what we were doing, tukienda back and forth. So myself and African Roke, and then Zuka DMB alikuwa, and DMB, and kulikuwa na African Nizzle. We used to be close and we used to write together a lot. So tukipatananga, we used to share lines. Unaambia msee, sikia hii line niliandika, sikia hii verse, niko na hii concept, unaweza andika verse. And even ndivyo our crews zilianza. So Umurani, mimi, Roke na Nizzle, then the effect ika follow after. Tulikuwa tumeestablish hiyo friendship tukiwa high school, mimi, DMB na Red Eye na Peru, and then ika flourish after high school. And with Neo as well, pia alikuja baadaye into the picture. Tulianza establish a friendship towards the end of our school tenure, and that's the way that ilishia. So with easy moments za kupatana na watu wanakikiana verses or lines or wana share ideas, when we were kwa hiyo cube tukibattle each other, ilikuwa sort of the same thing. Kuna a verse uko nayo, kuna some lines that you have, but because the context was battle, you had to come up with things on the spot. So hizi zilikuwa the early roots of freestyling, and by then interact with hip hop as an art form. You've watched international rappers do their thing, umesikiza Kenyan hip hop, umeanza get into the underground scene. At the time nilikuwa na get deeper into that scene, and kuna a number of influences informing the freestyling aspect of what sahi ni kitu nafanya. And so with that, after high school tulikuwa na another freestyle session mtaani, hapa mtaani, na nakumbuka hiyo pia ilikuwa that same thing. Wasa wamekuwa na verses waliandika high school, then tumetoka high school, people have been working on those verses, or umeandika verses mpya, and tulikuwa na beats that DMB alikuja nazo, sijui kama ilikuwa kwa flash ama kwa CD, and we were playing them as people were rapping. So hiyo ikuwa a battle zone or atmosphere, but ilikuwa setu kukick verses, and then once hizo verses zile umeandika na lines umeandika zimeisha, now you are forced and compelled to invent things on the fly. So tulikuwa mimi, tulikuwa Red Eye, tulikuwa DMB, Neo, DC, Royalty by Black, tulikuwa na a friend wa DC anaitwa Lama, na kulikuwa na Cecil Ambalwa kwa hiyo session. Sijui kama my people remember that session, but we had that, and ilikuwa back and forth an entire afternoon of just rapping and chilling and sharing verses. And hizo pia ni roots zangu kama a freestyler that nilikuwa na pick on. And by the time tulikuwa na hiyo session, nilikuwa pia watch Something From Nothing, the art of rap, Something From Nothing ya Ice-T. Hiyo pia ikachangia my views za rap na hip hop and craft, basically kuakia craft as a rapper, as an artist, as a hip hop artist, and then now freestyling. And by this time niko na some influences tayari za freestyle na za kurap and battle rap as well, kuona na kujua some battle rap moments that may happen historically, na kuona some people doing it. So all of these things combined, we also go back to 2007 and 8, nikiwa na Channel Low, nikiwa na MC Africa. So niko na all of these things as my references. Kulikuwa pia na Nokia Don't Break the Beat. So kuna vitu kibao zile zina happen na zinachangia. So with that, the idea of doing the art form, including myself in the art form and in the canon of freestylers, and the thought of me kutaka kuifanya as well, ilikuja with wanting to do it to the maximum level possible, to the highest level possible, kupeleka tu kile kiwango cha juu kabisa according to me first. Na for me nimefanya hii art form, nimeipractice, nimekuwa a crafts person, and nimeimold to a level yenye naweza sema I have mastered the art of freestyling. Nimewakia easy techniques, nimeona freestylers who've come before me, what they did, how they did it, nimelearn from that, nika incorporate to kile nafanya, and nikafanya my own thing, nikaongeza to that, and nika collect this one thing for myself, na nika sculpt my skill to a level whereby naweza sema now this is what nilikuwa nafikiria, this is what nilikuwa na intend, and here I am, master the art form. So kuna couple of things that master at this point, lakini bado sijakuwa the master that I want to be. Kuna a number of elements of freestyling that I am yet to master. Ndio niseme now this is where I was going, ama niseme I have other things to work on, because mastery ni constant work, and that's how craftsmanship is. You keep going. And even jana nilikuwa nachiki video fulani ya Dizzy Gillespie kwa an interview akisema that you never really master this thing, akisema this boy akirefer to trumpet yake. So the interviewer kwa anasema I heard ulisema mahali that you never really master this instrument. Akasema no, you do not. Hata ukifika 1,000 years into this thing, it gets complex and more complicated, and you can't really fully master it. And ukisikia pia other artists when una consider amazing at what they do and masters at what they do, watakwambia the same thing. Ni never ending pursuit, ni kama a philosophical pursuit ya kujaribu kudiscover purpose na kuanswer some inherent questions kuhusu existence na life. It's a similar thing where ni a never ending progression or regression, ya go back to the same questions and learn the same things. That sort of situation ndio I feel itakuwa the same. Nitafika point niseme I have mastered this, but kuna this other level. I've mastered this, but kuna this other level. And that is the case. However, kuna things that nimeongeza kwa my repertoire as a freestyler that before sikuwa nazo. And for now I can say I have completed this part, this segment. Haya, kuna other segments, kuna other pieces za kuongeza to what I am building as a whole. For example, what I usually say na Harry Mark ni kuna his predecessors kwa freestyling, but Harry Mark ameipeleka to a level beyond, a whole another level from a technical and skill standpoint that watu walikuja before yeye hawakufanya, na even now watching them hawafanyi bado. But yeye as a drummer, as an amateur, as a former amateur violinist, kuna vitu that technically ameongeza. Na pia ukimuwatch anasemanga yuko technical sana with freestyling. So if you watch his sessions, you will see that. Ukiona his practice sessions, you will see that. And ukiona kwa interviews anasemanga the same thing, that ako very technical na ako keen on the technicality of rapping. And that as part of mastery yake na technique yake na style yake. Na ukicompare na other freestylers, you will see your distinction. So in that same way that Harry Mark distinguish from other freestylers, is the same way that nilikuwa naambia watu hii point nimefika. I have watched my predecessors Kenya na pia outside, and kuna things that niko able to do that they were not able to, and pia that they are not able to now. If you ask them to freestyle and you watch them do it, kuna some technical aspects of freestyling that nimewakia, and also because mi pia niko technical to that extent ya kujua kuna 1, 2, 3 things in terms of rapping, in terms of rhythm that unafaa kuongeza, kama ni cadence, kama ni patterns and structuring, kama ni cohesion and flow of thought, world building, working on concepts. Kuna a lot of things that nimekuwa nikiwakia kuongeza to what niko able kufanya. So hizi vitu zote zina tie to doing this kila wiki, to showing up kila wiki, to practicing for some of those sessions, kuchukua ideas za kupractice na kurehearse from mtu mwenye ameshow up na akanijoin. All of these ideas zote zina combine na hii consistency that nime-establish kutaka kuona how itasaidia na how itachangia to my concept, my perception ya kumaster and where I want to take it, hata kama still kutakuwa na more to do. Harry Mark mwenyewe anasemanga bado hayuko place, anadai kuenda sasa. and it's a human thing, never ending pursuits across different spheres of our lives, never ending. You keep doing it. Ni kama kuna, on one hand, kuna a lacking nature in terms of contentment, and then on the other hand ni an evolutionary thing of wanting to best and then keep going and surviving and continuation. So those two combine themselves, and this is what you have. And also to the second point I mentioned earlier, once I start something, I go all the way. Nikianza tunaenda, nikianza mziki ya wiki 2.0 tunaenda, nikianza mziki ya wiki on the blog 3 years ago tunaenda, nikianza sana kwa sana Sunday sessions tunaenda, nikianza freestyle Friday sessions tunaenda. That has always been a thing kwa mind yangu, and over the years doing different things imenisaidia pia with the consistency, that it's a system that my brain and my body zimelearn na zikapik. So nimejieka in that motion, so inakuwa si ati easy but inakuwa manageable, na tayari niko na that motion going, so naweza manage kutokea na kuifanya. So all of those things zinaungana pamoja kufanya hii kitu happen for 104 weeks of Freestyle Friday. Kemi, endelea kunichocha vivyo hivyo. Si mimi nimesema, ni Kemi amesema the best to ever do it. Si mimi nimesema. Kama mko na beef, ulizeni Kemi. It's not more. Hilo lilikuwa swali la Mutsi, aliuliza what has been your driving factor. Tuseme hapo kwa consistency. Nini imekuwa ikikupush? Another thing ni out nimemention kuona and my predecessors. I also have to give a huge credit to battle rap. A huge credit to battle rap kwa sababu battle rap kuna freestylers as well. So kuna battle rapping the old school way where mnapatana with an adversary, an opponent, the person whom you are battle rapping against, and mnapatiwa an instrumental na mnaambiwa battle on the spot. I remember watching battles za Idea, someone else. Did I mention Idea on Friday? Sikumbuki. Idea is another person. I remember watching battles zake akiwa 18-19 alishinda a big championship ya battle rapping, and the way alikuwa on point with his skill at that young of an age ilikuwa completely mind blowing. And also watching other battle rappers do so, and I was mentioning earlier is a historic battle rap moments or rap battle moments. KRS kuna Kulmodi LL, who was apart from KRS na I'm forgetting the actual one that I wanted to mention, but Supernat na MC Juice is another one. Supernat na Craig G, and then getting into Juice versus Eminem and hizi battles zote, then kuingia battles za Scribble Jam, then kuingia battle rap in its current format where mna prepare in advance, because the old format ilikuwa you're meeting your opponent hapo and it's a sort of tournament style but happening maybe within a day or two, wewe unakuwa na umse head to head until mse wa mwisho apatikane mwenye atashinda the battle. So battle rap imekuwa pia impactful. So kuna hiyo old school format of battle rapping, Brother Ali na Idea, and then kuna this new format where mna prep in advance for your opponent. Battle rap in general imekuwa impactful na imperative kwangu kuona freestyling as well in these different formats where you're thinking on the spot something that will obliterate your opponent, whether ni on beat, which is insane by itself na uko kwa rhythm and you have to make sense, or unafanya as a rebuttal where something ime happen in the moment, msame amesema kitu and then you respond to that, or something ime happen kwa crowd, kwa environment, and you use that in the moment. Ni vitu zimechangia sana as well kwa my pursuit of mastery ya freestyling. Improv is beautiful na fascinating. Hazel, karibu sana, nimekucheki hapa pia. Karibu sana to Mufti, I think amepitia akitoka. Asante sana to Zaituni as well, mwenye alikuwa na show on the same day that I did. Hazel, sijui kama bado uko nasi. Amesheni Mufti, niko na Mufti hapa, Mufti na Kemi as a matter of fact. So before nichukue swali jingine, nisome comment hapa kutoka Randa. Na nilikuwa nafikiria kile anasema cause ni comment nilisikia kutoka a few people. Randa nasema I would like us to be having such physical concerts maybe monthly or quarterly. This is not economically viable bana. Where you can commercialize it, we will pay. This is not economically viable. With my few coins that zimeisha after your show, I have to restructure for a decade before nipatie show ingine. Mine was a suggestion, not a question. Hiyo ilikuwa from Randa, anasema tufanye hizi vitu monthly or quarterly. You can commercialize it. Something that a few people walisema that they want the shows happen regularly. Kemi hapa alisema amekuwa muumini, hapendi hip hop but amefanywa believer. At least kuna plus there. We shall see. Tunaona kile future imewapangia. Acha nichukue swali hapa. So 3 of these are from Mutsi mwenye ametoka, but I have touched on this. Mufti ako hapa na mufti rhymes with Mutsi. Na Kemi wanaweza icheki, anasema you could share more on consistency. 2 years and I have shared more on consistency and vile nimeweza kuifanya. Nani niandike something on consistency? Who was that who told me I should write something on consistency? Niwaandikie a handbook on consistency. Maybe that could be my commercial stint, my money making gig, kuandika self-help books on consistency. Come to think of it, niko na evidence. Actually, come to think of it, this could be an idea. This is the way now moka, a self-help book on consistency. Just maybe actually kuna idea hapo. Haya, kulikuwa na ingine hapa. Ushaifeel kuacha usanii? I wouldn't. I think almost every artist has reached that point. Mimi yangu inakwanga kuacha kufanya everything in general, si usanii peke yake, kuacha kila kitu. Just kuacha kufanya everything, si usanii tu, everything because of the futility of it all na the uselessness of existence. So that usanii is part of your equation. Yeah, why the hell am I doing this? Why are we doing this? Why do anything anyway? So with that, kuna hata a post hapa kwa my Instagram that talks about the futility of everything, and ina capture hizo thoughts zote that you can check out, upate more perspectives, one what the thoughts were like then. But in that way, yes, and usanii pia iko included as part of that, ya kutaka tu kuacha ku freestyle, kuacha kufanya sana kwa sana, kuacha kuandika, kuacha ku create concepts, kuacha kufikiria of ideas, kuacha ku think of executing shows and calling people to come and watch the show, kuacha tu kufanya everything generally. Kuacha kusoma, kuacha kuishi, vitu zote. So kuna hiyo. Let's all move to the woods then, as we should. Tuende tu kwa forest mahali tutulie tu, to establish a nudist colony. What say you? If you're in, all for the motion, say aye. And then we start establishing a community of people who don't want to do anything. But it will still be a community which will force us to do things, but we shall figure that out. For now, let's just gather people who don't want to do anything. From Mutsi again, unakuanga na bouts of doubt ka imposter syndrome, as much as unaweza jua kazi ni kali, but bado. I have called myself horrible a number of times. I even shared this on Friday. I have said how horrendous I have been, how horrendous I am during sessions, after sessions, and I feel terrible about it. Hizo dasi moments za doubt for me, and ati doubting my skill level and my capabilities for me. And to me, ni kukuwa realistic with myself, and or harsh with myself, and or hard on myself based on what I know the skill level is supposed to be, based on what I know as where I want to take it, and then kujiambia you're not yet there, and kile umefanya si what you're supposed to be doing, or what you intend to be doing, or where you want to take it. So in that regard, that happens all the time, ya kufeel nimefanya kazi mbovu and that was horrible. I've had that a number of times. Then kuna moments where I've had excellent moments and execution ilikuwa on point, ilikuwa na precision, kulikuwa na pockets of flow, nilitumia some words that I didn't think I could be capable of, nili get into a cohesive flow, nili tap into a stream of consciousness, I did a cadence, I did an internal rhyme, nilifanya a multisyllabic pattern. I've had hizo excellent moments as well, and whenever I feel that was a brilliant job, inakuanga that was a brilliant job. Pia nikiona after I say nilikuwa right, this was brilliantly executed. And then I also come across moments that zilinipita in the moment that na watch back najiambia that was amazing kile ulidu, and I rewatch and I say nimeona kile umefanya. I didn't think brain yangu ingenipeleka to that extent, but nimeipull off na nimeiexecute. And kuna hizo moments where sana for rehearsal sessions, which ni weird because it's a rehearsal session, unafaa kusack because unawakia on a new skill, unajaribu ku master a new skill, something that brain yako haiko familiar with. Your brain has not wired itself kwa this new territory, so it should be obvious that this is something new, lakini bado unajiwekea hiyo mzigo ya ulikuwa horrible and that ulisack, which ni practice, and that is the entire thing. Niaje bingi niaje bingi, that is the entire idea ya kurihas, unawakia kitu kipya. So but still mimi niko hapo nikijiambia ulifanya kazi mbovu, or nikija hapa and I have moments during the session you wanna feel this is a level lower than what unafaa kuwa unafanya at this point of your skill. At this point of busy sessions, you've done 90 sessions. I joked nikitumia the number 100 on Friday, but you've done 90 sessions. Why are you still making this mistake? Why are you still doing this? Ini kitu unafaa kuliacha kitambo. Ini a basic technique that unafaa kuwa usha master, unafaa kuwa unajua na unajikumbusha over and over again. This is how you set it up and you make the punchline. This is how you get into a pocket. You transition in this way. If you pick an idea, you go about it this way. Hizi vitu zote najiambia unafaa kumepita hii level, but it just has to do generally na mimi kufeel nafaa kuwa level fulani ya mastery and of my skill, and hence hizo thoughts za kujiambia kile ulifanya hapo ulijiangusha, hofai kunaifanya, and kuwatch some moments na kujiambia kile umedo was absolutely brilliant and that was genius. So hizo moments zina happeningi where naji hold accountable, as I call it. And sometimes pia, actually most times I've noted this, naweza feel nimefanya a horrible job during the session, and pia nikimaliza the session naisema, and I watch it after, najiambia haikuwa as horrible as I thought it was, nilikuwa na exaggerate. So hizo moments pia ukuanga kibao, where na feel nimefanya to a level lower than what I deem I should be doing, and I watch that after, najiambia as a matter of fact ulikuwa sawa, na kile ulifanya ilikuwa to a level that you think ulikuwa lower than, but that wasn't the case. That happens a lot of times. But as far as identifying self as the best, Kemi ashasema the best to ever do it. Do I have any imposter syndrome about that? No. Unless unakompea na Harimark. Tunakompea na Juice, na Supernat, na Idea, na Loss, na A-Word. The greats, manze, the greats. Na kina Chef Trez. And very many more. You mentioned freestylers ni wengi sana, ni wengi sana who've been impactful. Hiyo ilikuwa kuhusu imposter syndrome. So najua kazi ni kali, yes, lakini bado, but si from an imposter syndrome point of view. Mtu kichwa yangu kunisumbua na kutaka tu kuwa master sana. Haya. Acha tuone. Kulikuwa na Kemi Alia na wanamuuliza swali jingine as well. Mufti, kama uko na swali unaweza uliza as well kuhusu freestyling na kuhusu Freestyle Friday if you do have any. Kemi anauliza what are you going to check earlier? What are you going to do with all that free time on Fridays now? New projects coming up. Maybe I should be working on moving to the woods and establishing a new community and or a cult. No, that's an idea. So just earlier today nilikuwa nafikiria about this. And nilikuwa najiambia, in as much as I won't do Freestyle Friday, nataka, if I am here on a Friday, nitaichukua ni kama I am supposed to do a session. Or I am here on a Saturday, nitaichukua ni kama I am supposed to do a session, and I will have a session by myself. Ndio niendelee kuifanya. Because one thing again that ties to the consistency ya Freestyle Friday ni because for me pia ilikuwa ni kama my practice session, my main practice session. So for those weeks zile sijakuwa na time ya kukaa specifically designated for practicing, kuja hapa on Fridays ilikuwa pia my ways za kupractice, my ways za kurehearse. So ilikuwa inanisaidia sana to that regard. So in that same way, na keep your streak going, keep your momentum going, keep your improvement of skill going, I have to continue. So ndio kila Ijumaa ama kila Jumamosi nikuwe bado na my usual 1 hour, nimekuja hapa ni as if I am having a session, but I am doing it by myself for an hour or so. Ataka ni Jumamosi, an hour or so, na niendelee, nisi break your momentum. Ndio nikuwe na that one day where niko na an hour plus yenye I am rehearsing. na naifanya to a maximum level, and I'm benefiting from that rehearsal session. So that is the concept and that is the idea that nilikuwa nafikiria nikichukua break kuifanya publicly na kushow up on Instagram or YouTube, niendelee kuifanya as I normally would kila wiki, but I continue by myself. So that is still the idea that I want to use. Pia nilikuwa nafikiria nifanye rehearsal sessions live, so nikifanya kila wiki itakuwa tu kama freestyle Friday, but sitaki kwa hivyo. So maybe once in a while nitakuwa nafanya rehearsal sessions live, and I shall be doing those ones on Instagram, I think. And if I'm doing the sessions tutazirudisha on YouTube when they return, I have no idea. But for the rehearsal sessions, I think nazifanyia on IG as I did the last one. Tulifanya wiki iliyopita, where I came through and had a live session here on a Monday evening, which was so much fun. Nilikuwa nafanya prompts and such things zimenisaidia sana with my craft, taking such sessions and kuchukua prompts from people, random ideas, and using them and exploring them imenisaidia sana. So practice sessions maybe zita happen once in a while, every now and then on Instagram, and to keep the momentum going. But for myself ndakuwa nafanya what I have been doing, but now zitakuwa pia practice sessions for me, because sitakuwa na perform, though I can also have my own moments where I am actually performing as I would kila wiki, ndio pia inisaidie as I am building myself as a freestyle act from the performance aspect of staging freestyle shows and concerts, which by itself ni absurd that I can freestyle an entire show and call people na kuja one a freestyle show. And nilikuwa nashiki a clip from the show tukirapusu ile prompt ya Faith mwenye alikuja na Jean akituambia nani hana kwao. I was watching that clip in awe that tulikuwa able to create a song on the spot. Unbelievable hadi sahi, unbelievable. So nitakuwa nafanya 2 sessions solo. I've been thinking as well of writing more and recording more music and going back to my audiovisual experiments that nilikuwa nafanya. I'm thinking of doing those ones as well. Nizishughulikie more, ni record more, nifikiria concepts za songs and concepts za raps. I also had prompts that sikutumia which I shall be creating with. So hizo for me ni top priority to start with. Hizo zile nilipatiwa na watu, nikae nazo chini, ni create things from them. So I want to get into recording as well more. And also nimalize projects that I haven't finished that tumekuwa tukiwakia for a long time. Solo projects as well as group projects that have just been sitting. So these are the things that I also want to work on during this downtime, if I can call it so. Kemi nasema that was amazing, needs to be recorded. Sasa unajua Slim pia alikuwa nasema this same thing, kiongea naye on call on Saturday. Nikamwambia it's a freestyle, ili happen in the moment, can't be recreated, that went. Nikaishia hivyo. And we keep creating songs on the spot hivyo vile zinakuja. So maybe even record that way. Kani nilisema how apart from, sikushoka nilimention, but apart from doing a full orchestra jazz performance na concert, I have an idea of recording a full album by freestyling with an audience. involved and tuna create kila kitu with the audience. So this itakuwa ni kama a getaway experience with a few people. Twende mahali tukae for 2 or 3 days na to create pamoja this project completely freestyle. So those are main goals that niko nazo: a freestyle album EP project, a full concert performance with an orchestra, jazz performance, everything is improvised on the spot, performing at festivals na concerts as a freestyler, and also taking freestyling to the streets. That should be the next stage of my career as a freestyle act. Kemi nasema think of it as refinement. I mean, it can happen. Neza pick the idea na ni choose kuiandikia. So kuna much that can be done definitely, as Kemi anasema. So hiyo ilikuwa to correspond to swali lake kuhusu what am I going to do with all that free time on Fridays now, na kama kuna new projects coming up. And then swali lingine la Kemi ni what is mastery to you? Is it diversifying your skill set? Is it perfection? Or insert other options? So mastery is mi kukuwa na a hold over different aspects and different techniques of freestyling. That is how I define mastery. In the way that si lazima diversify your skill set. For example, ukiwa na juice and supernut, kuna specific things that they did extremely well. So for juice, if there is one thing that muweka juice above other MCs for, ni his fluidity. And nikisema fluidity, ni fluidity ya flow yake, and then how you kwa pocket, and how you toka from line to another. Akona a flow and a fluidity that is amazing to listen to, and akona a bounce and a character and personality to style yake. Then kwa fluidity, and another aspect of mastery ya juice, hey Robi, ni aje, ni his multi-syllabic patterns. Anaifanyanga so effortlessly. I even remember tukiwa kwa rap battle event in April, mwanzo wa April, I think the date was 8th. Yeah, Kafu versus Tasha as the headliner event here, Wise Guy Entertainment. Nakumbuka discuss freestyling na Monaja, na nikimwambia vile the thing about freestyling, because tulikuwa tunaongea kiuliza kama na record, nikimshow the thing about freestyling ni you freestyle a lot and unajipatanga you do not write most of the time. Kama siandikangi. Whenever I write, ni nikija hapa kukuwa na live writing sessions. Otherwise, that doesn't happen. Or kama kuna a specific project na wakia, na watu itakuwa tuna idea tuanze kuandika, which has been a long time. Right? So, inakuanga ngumu sana nijipate nimekaa nasikiza a beat. Pia kuna time nime collect beats, najiambia hii naanza kuiandikia, and niko na verses sijamaliza because of that. Naanza kusikia a beat, ndio nijitoe from constantly freestyling, unaanza kuandika, humalizi. Because energy zako ziko focused on freestyling, and also because najaribu master all the thoughts na efforts ziko centered huko. I think pia ni because at the back of my mind, subconsciously, ni kwangu nilisha master my writing some time back. So sasa niko hiyo stage ya kumaster a different art form. So that also is, I believe, something that ina play a part. But nilikuwa na show monaja that is usually the case. Unajipata una freestyle na huandiki as much, and on top of that ukiongelea freestylers huku hivi na pia internationally tuka mention Juice, and monaja literally said the same thing I usually say, how smooth and fluid Juice anakuanga. Nikamshow, Naja, you've literally said what I usually say in the exact way kuhusu Juice. MC Juice, apart from his fluidity kwa kuflow, his multi-syllabic patterns and how effortless anaifanyanga has always disturbed my mind. Nasemanga hauwezi kuwa this good at this. Inafaa kukuwa illegal kukuwa this good at doing this spontaneously. Anakuanga na multis. Unajiambia, yo, how are you doing that? How? And hiyo ni kitu moja that ako amazing at doing. And Muko nimempatia mikono juu for that. Her remark is another multi-syllabic rhyme pattern machine. Kwa level pia ingine na level yake. Right? So, with Juice, those are his strengths. Juice ni ule MC mwenye unamwambia, we're just flow. And he will go. Supernat, on the other hand, yukuanga na something that he does where anaambianga watu wenye anaperformia wamkaribie na wa pull out items that they have and then wazishikilie juu. So yeka performer atakuwa on the mic na atakuwa anapitia wale wako kwa front row or just behind them, anachukua hizo items, ana rap about them, anazincorporate kwa rhymes zake akirap. Amefanya since the 90s na ameiperfect to an extremely high level. Ameimaster that as one technique and as one element ya style yake na who he is as a freestyler. Anakuanga good at that one. Something else that you fanya ni akipewanga words, yujua pia ku-execute on kupewa words na ku-build on those words. Kuna clips online akiwa kwa radio stations where he's done that na ameifanya to greater levels. So that is Supernat. But also one thing I have observed with him is that how anakuanga pia na precision kwa freestyles zake. Yeye ni mse sijamuona akitrip over words zake na kiwa na hizo what would call as a mistake or a flaw, but it's a freestyle, so is it? But having those moments akirap ni mse sijaona akiwa nazo, and I applaud him a lot for that. Na nimeona videos zake kibao sana. So looking at that, Juice hakuangi the greatest akipatiwa words or ukimpatia items to rap about. Hata build sana on them, but Supernat is. But Juice at multisyllabic rhyming na his fluidity si strength ya Supernat. Ukiona vile Juice ukuanga na multis and then usikie Supernat, kuna a huge difference. And then now ukona King Loss mwenye yeye uexcel kwa kupatiwa words, and then anaexcelingi pia kwa kumwambia just rap and just do your thing. Hizo ni vitu yofanya pia vizuri sana. So kuna clip yake famous akiwa Sway, in fact twice, Sway in the morning akifreestyle akipatiwa words. So what you fanya ukicompare na other MCs who take words and then wanna build concepts, Harry Mark has taken it completely through the roof. For King Los, anachukuanga a word, and then because of the way you rhyme, ana breakingi how the word sounds, and anaitumia to advantage yake kukame up na newer words kutumia word moja. For example, kituka obliterate, atasema kituka homie, you're late, ataendelea obsolete, atatumia search, aendelee kubuild kutumia that word. So hata focus sana on what the word means and using it to build 8-bar phrases or 10-bar phrases or a concept around that word, but anaitumia kama anchor ya come up na other rhyme chains na other rhyme patterns kuendeleza what that word is. So what happens with yeye na Juice in that regard, wakipeanga words huwa wanaanza with the word and they don't set it up then punchline it, as compared to vile Supernat ifanya akipatiwa an item ama a word. But also kuna video za Supernat akipewa words anaanza with the word that amepatiwa. But now for H-Mark, this is another. Sasa H-Mark with the words is way superior than all these people have mentioned. Way superior. Hiyo ni strength yake. But anything itakuwa tu ati amechukua tu the word akaanza nayo akaiacha. Ataendelea akupatie wordplay, akupatie a metaphor, aifanye a pun, atabuild na from one word atakupatia hata an entire verse. And he's done this kwa some videos of his. Anachukua words from people anazimake entire song. So kama achukue 3 words on something he calls Omegle Bars, where he goes on this platform called Omegle, anachukua words from people, anapewa 3 words and each word itapatiwa a verse, natakuwa na a chorus. Illegal, inafaa kuwa illegal. So for Harimark, ikija kwa words ameimaster completely. Yeye pia ukimwambia aende tu kuenda ataifanya extremely. Ukimpatia a prompt for a story or a POV, he will do all of these things. And sasa kama ni multis ile Juice ako nayo, he does. Kama ni fluidity, he does. Kama ni kutumia things around him, he does. Kama ni kutumia words, yeye ako na everything that all these other MCs have. But hawa MCs wengine hawana kile Harimark ako nayo technically. Harimark has so much kwa repertoire yake. So hizo POVs, hizo creating songs on the spot and watu waimbe choruses, hizo kuchukua a word na kuiexpand for an entire verse, for an entire song, hizo ni vitu H-Mark ameongeza that are extremely a high level of freestyling. His flows na his rhythms, because of being a drama, hiyo pia imemsaidia sana. So kwanza in terms of flowing, kuna flows and tempos and cadences that he does and raps in that Supernat and Juice have never done. So this was just explaining story ya mastery ya kudiversify skill set and also not necessarily needing to do so, na kuonesha different MCs and what they have been able to master and what they've been able to excel in. Huku Kalamoto kwa mtu wa words, kuitisha words from people and then kurap about them, and then sometimes anachukuanga pia items. Yeye hutumia hiyo style ya Supernat kuitisha items from wase. Ojiji hukuwa mtu wa words na topics, taking those from people and rapping about them. Now with regards to perfection, I think history of perfection goes back to what nilikuwa nasema nikiquote Dizzy Gillespie na they're being and someone reaching a state whereby there is still more to do na kufeel bado kuna bado kuna more. I think masters know there is more to do. Did I just call myself a master? Not so. I think masters still know there is more to do. There is more to do, which, as to establish, will always be the case. So kuna not perfection in terms of what the word means completely, but perfection in terms of, if I am talking about specific, going back to vile nilidefine nikianza, elements, specific techniques of freestyling, mastering those elements and mastering those techniques as part of my repertoire, as part of my skill set, and perfecting those. Not being a fully perfect freestyle artist, but a mastery of different techniques and aspects of freestyling. For example, if I am able to create songs on the spot, na niifanye consistently, na niifanye to an extremely high level, na ni-execute a number of times and ni-execute vizuri, nitakuwa nimemaster hiyo skill ya kucreate a song on the spot na wase waiperform na mimi. If I'm able to work on my setup and punchline phrases, na niifanye ni get to a level whereby inakuwa second nature kwangu, nikichiki something ni setup punchline, and iko cohesive and it makes sense and it's quick, it seems automatic and iko kwa pocket. All of those things about the setup and punchline phrase and technique, if I work on them na nifanye what I've just mentioned, nitakuwa nimemaster hiyo element ya freestyling. If I'm able to storytell, nione a prompt na ni tell a story from start till the end, na ikuwe na all the makings of a good story, characters and believability of the characters. If kuna dialogue, the dialogue ikuwe on point. If kuna setting, the setting it makes sense na itie to the story, and everything else kama ni diction and language and stylistic devices, all these things that I'll use and make a story zikuwe hapo na zikuwe executed vizuri, hiyo itakuwa nimemaster an aspect of freestyling. So all these aspects put together zitakuwa zinachangia to mastery, and aspects za delivery, aspects za voice, projection, intonation, performance, double entendres, wordplay, punchlines, all of this ni kuable kuzifanya to a high level. Itakuwa nimesema this is one thing that you've mastered and you can do well, and then naongeza more onto that. So I have dealt with that, and then for me sasa najua kuna a lot that I can add kwa my freestyling based on what nimeona different freestylers do and their skill set, different skill sets from different freestylers. Kona Juice can do this well but this one haezi fanya vizuri. Kuona Harimark can Harimark ni story ingine. Kuna Harimark akifanya kile anafanya na kupick from the same. Kuna Supernat akidu kile anadu na take from that kuongeza. That's why pia mujaribu kufanya vitu tofauti na kuziwakia a number of times when you were able to gather, and that's why Kemi alisema I'm the best to ever do it. Simi nilisema. So that is how mastery looks like for me. That's how mastery I conceive. Shukran sana to Sapphire for being here. Shukran sana to Alfie. Shukran sana to Robi. Shukran sana to Klinsmann. Stray Ship ni haja. Mufti, kuna any other question uko nayo? as we conclude this. Nimejibu kila kitu. I think naweza chaza kitu hapa. Sample as we finish. Tusikize some freestylers here as we finish this session. I have played this session before. Yeah, juice kitambo sana. The number of times nimeona hii video. Anyway, Mufti anauliza, what do you do to stay motivated? I watch such videos that I'm about to play, and then immediately najiambia siwezi tulia, siwezi lala, the work has to continue. You watch an MC Juice video, you watch a remark video, you watch a Supernat video. Kwanza before the performance on Friday, earlier that morning, as I was listening to some beats, niliona pia a Supernat video. I watched a couple of those, as a matter of fact, maybe 2 or 3. And nikajiambia, it's been a while tangu ni watch Supernat. Yo, ilikuwa hiyo epiphany ya kurealize, yo, imekuwa muda tangu ni watch, na videos ni za from a few years back. But yes, he has been a master for a long time. He has been a master for a long time. And nikiongelea precision yake with his flows na rarely tripping on words, that epiphany ili ni hit. So unaona Supernat, unacheki Harimark, unacheki MC Juice, and then you go to the battle rap scene, unaona kina DNA, kina Clips, kina Chef Trez, kina Holo, kina Pat Stay, kina A-Ward, kina Sharon, all of these freestylers, kina Bangs, all of them, and even more that I am not mentioning. And you go back to work. Because the level is up there, you go back to work. But apart from watching videos out na kujiambia indio level ile iko, and this is what you're supposed to do, which is something we were also conversing na Google about, tukitizi na yeye DJ Brolik, that wesu umona kile watu wanafanya, umona what Harimark anadu, umona what Lean anafanya, umona what Beardyman wanafanya. If you've not watched that video, I recommend Harimark, Beardyman and Lean, L-E-E-N. Kuambia na umona kile wanadu, utapumzikaje, and that's the level. That's where freestyling is in 2023. If you are calling yourself a freestyler, hiyo ndio level, hiyo ndio reference point, nothing short inakubalika. Apart from all of that, the motivation inakuja from self, and in a way that since I have wanted to master this, najua siko ile place ningedai kufika yet, and that for me ni enough kujua that bado sijafika, na kujiwatch na kujua kile ulikuwa unawakia hapa umeipata, hapa bado, so iwakie tena. Kile ulifanya hapa great, inaweza kuwa amazing. Kile ulifanya hapa amazing, inaweza kuwa excellent. Kile ulifanya hapa ilikuwa okay, can it be good? Ulifanya hapa ilikuwa utterly trash, make that better. Hiyo ni self motivation na a mentality that I have internally. Why? Kwa sababu najua kule nadai kuipeleka, najua where I want to get, nyo niseme yes, ile kitu umeshughulikia ndo hii naiona for myself, ndo hii naiona. That keeps me motivated a lot, kujua that bado tizi endelea, tizi over and over, and then sasa on top of that tunarusha video za Harimark, unamwona na makrebie, watu wa improv, VIP ni mtu mwingine, unaona Harimark na Marcus Veltri na Roblandis, unasema yo, let's go. Kuna video nilichekia Hmark on Saturday after a show akiperformia cast ya Transformers, jiambia yo TZN. So hizo vitu ndizo pia zinachangia, but importantly ni self drive na internal will that niko nayo, junajua place nadai kuishia na bado siko hapo. Something pia important to remember ni the journey itself pia ni a destination, cause huwa nikijikashifu sana during hizo practice sessions or sessions that na feel nimeperform horribly. As I said before, nazi watching back na sijiambia haikuwa that bad, sometimes they are as bad as I thought. Kwanza my first sessions nikianzanga, but outside of that nikionanga subsequent sessions zile I'm practicing and working on something particular, monanga growth, and then baadaye nikijaribu something that I was working on na notice ndio kile nilikuwa najaribu kudo na imework. So hiyo pia inaonyesha how the journey itself pia ni hiyo destination in various ways. So I think I'll play a clip or two. Hiyo lilikuwa swali la Mufti akiuliza what do you do to stay motivated. Naweza play clip moja ya Juice, one of my favorite freestyle videos, and from the 90s.
1, 2, we got Juice from Chicago and down. You know what? Just high off the let's do it like battle. This. Yo, let's do it like this. Yo, to any nigga, I'm the one on the poster holding Janet. I might just be the dopest freestyle nigga on the planet. When I rock the mic, I bust it off like a gauge. I let these niggas know freestyles ain't from a page. They're younger than the models that be working for Calvin. Ask them to freestyle, it's the stuff that's on their album. Well, I'ma tell them something, it's unforgetting, no bullin'. When I rock mics, my stuff is never written. I wish a nigga would try to come and test what I got. I put this microphone straight through his chest. I don't care where he from here to Connecticut, he gets shredded with etiquette, subject and the predicate, never let it get out of pocket when I rock it. MC Juice plugged in like a mother effing socket. I don't even gotta cuss when I bust. Turn Arthur to ashes and MCs to dust. Who really think they wanna get meticulous to kick this ridiculous rip microphone? You can't freestyle and it's conspicuous. When I rock, I tell MCs they can't rock me. MC Juice is dope, I bash go like I was Rocky. Somebody told me ever since my birth I was the dopest nigga off of the top on planet Earth. So if any brother wanna bring it to the wake up. Bring your dice, bring cognac so we can shake up and have a good time like JJ Evan. Niggas, yeah, it's Tevin. I take them out right at 11 o'clock. Battles, niggas don't rock right. I get dirtier than pit bulls inside a cockfight. Niggas think they dope, I cook they style slow and steady like a crock pot. They getting on my nerve like stupid niggas trying to cock block. And don't try to diss me, your whole style is whiskey. I have a nigga tipsy like he just hung with Dizzy Gillespie. Crunch him like Nestle, Elvis Presley. Shook his hips but couldn't get around, you don't impress me. So who's the next MC to try to flex? I rock microphones and always be having sex. And next time you want to battle, we can do the Constitution and call my DJ for a effing revolution. Oh!
Puerto Rico, ¿a dónde está mi gente?
Hey Juice, I think it's on you once again, man. Once again. Yo, it's really kinda funny, MC Juice is my name. I'm finna kick some stuff about the phony rappers in the game. I'm at the UIC Pavilion wearing MC Juice medallions. Brazilian or Sicilian, rip apart their whole battalion. These playalistic rappers fall prey to Juice the infamous. Versace wearing niggas always trying to be some pimps in this biz. And record labels sign the most unpresentable clicks that go platinum for grabbing on their genitals. And every single day while brothers die up in my mix, all they ever rap about is Alizé. And I guess it really knows on the mic how I do it. Everybody know I got the microphone and the fluid. Brothers know on the mic I got the timing. You really think you're rhyming? Cause Billboard charts say you're climbing. I ain't saying no names, but why you biting his style? Had these niggas laying in the casket with your crystal. And all the record buyers, y'all be making music choices. So why you be believing all these playalistic voices? It's all the same, the Big Willie Whack, the unoriginal. Got the whole world like believing y'all some criminals. Before them record deals, they was broken, you can check it. Cause true players don't be having time for making records or no videos. They too busy hustling in the zone. And if you got so much loot, put out your records on your own. And all this East versus West rap mess need to stop. Acting like some little shorties, ain't nobody getting props. Cause if you was, they wouldn't have to diss no other state, no other crew, no other clique to put some food up on your plate. I be like point blank, this whole freaking industry is whack. But this brother from the go gon' bring that lyricism back. And a lot of y'all may not like the way I'm getting loose. So whoever wanna battle, bring that mess to the juice. Cause I rock the microphone and everybody know I battle right. Watch me fly the mic and rip this mother via satellite. Ain't no pimping me, I freestyle and show no empathy. Marley should've been the fifth nigga on the symphony. Couldn't say the N-word, but I'ma have to spark it. MC Juice is dope monopoly, let's free park it. I'll go around the board on the mic, I'm just advancing. In the game of Monopoly, they don't got a chance. And I SMCs who wanna be hard. Rappers need a rap, get out of jail free card. And then when they're done, they be laying in the middle. I cook them like a griddle, the penguin and the riddle. I don't need to cuss, get beheaded. Nabisco, brothers get shredded. My Alzheimer's style, you can't forget it. But if you try, then I'ma have to get fly and show your brothers who be asking why I'm the #1 guy. So I can pass it to the right and to the left of me. Cut off their ankles just in case they wanna step to me. MC Juice ain't open to rebuttal, who muddle. Rappers fly up in the air but get blown up like the shuttle. Cause I'm act right, attract light like photosynthesis. Rappers is whack as hell and I'ma put it in parenthesis. No pause or comma, cause I'ma keep you fearing this. You got a question mark? I'm the nigga here, period.
Huyo ni MC Juice in the 90s kwa the wake up show aki freestyle live. Hi Ivia, niaje? Niaje Scholar, how are you doing? We were doing reflections on 2 years of Freestyle Friday. Did you come up on any question you want to ask? As we are concluding this.
To take you back in time a little bit and just let you have a little bit of fun. All right. Just have a little bit of fun. Y'all want to jump in, or y'all how y'all feel? What do you say, Nat?
I'm gonna stretch my lungs a bit, then I'll call the Lions in.
So
we do this every week together, so I know they always ready. These the Lions right here.
So you want to do the hook
wake up
thing?
Yeah, I mean this beat is nice.
Clip,
I want to see what he's gonna make for the hook. Let's go.
So you want to hear the hook now?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Fiery spit.
Turned up a little bit, man. I don't know. My headphones a little low.
Yeah, can you bring the beat up a little bit in here, or is it just here?
It's right there.
Okay.
Is it up?
Yeah, I feel like it could be a little bit louder. I'm damn near going deaf, but it's all good. No worries.
It's a little low tonight, though. Is it good?
Yeah, the beat is it is a little low, right? It's not just me. Okay. All right. Did you say fiery spit?
Fiery spit, that's what I do. Fiery spit, that's what I do. fiery spit. I'm about to let off a clip of that fiery spit. So understand, yo, I rock, I inspired this shit. Supernatural, off of the top, the guard never quit. Yeah, I'm loading my gun, I'm about to make a hit. These cats won't survive, they gon' take a dive. Cock that and pop two at the shade for 5. It's me, the super MC. Brother, they remember him. Yeah, roll with Juice, move with Eminem. Royce the 5'9", click it, it's rhyme time. You'll never find a rhyme, find that shine mine. Now see, I hit them, definitions. I open up, now my mind now is on a mission. I'm saying something, half of these cats now are fronting. Right now, this is spontaneous combustion. Now I burn to the scene, know what I mean? Fiery spit, burn them up like gasoline.
Rev!
Fiery spit, real talk. Fiery spit, let off a clip. Fiery spit,
We're making records live, baby.
Fiery spit, let off a clip. Fiery spit, say what? Fiery spit, now knowledge this one. Fiery spit, black African from the Congo. Fiery spit like my name was Shango. Know that I'm frightened inside my mind, it's the clash of the titans. I ain't gotta spit off of the dome, most of you cats is always writing. But see me, I ain't gotta write it. There's a party in my mind right now and all you clowns are invited. I get excited when I see a mic. I ain't gotta spit my real rhymes, these are prototypes. I'll just keep it light. Inside of my mental battles of thought, I'm blacker than the thought when I touch it. Microphones, I crush it. I get down, brother, you know I love it. I'm burning up the building, they put nobody above it. It's the towering inferno. Yo, it is Rico Price. I'm kinda nice on the device for the people. When I spit it like this, there truly is no sequel. Yo, you're not real sugar, yo, you are equal. You're sweet, brother, yo, I make it all complete. Clap backwoods, smoke them good. The head to the street, it's I. Stimuli, yo, the flavor be fly. I can close it and see the microphone with one eye. Let me explain, that means I have one brain. Dr. Strange, me and you don't rhyme the same. Told you, spit a free, now get a load of me. Shoot flames from my hand like Dragon Ball Z. Go.
Rev!
Fiery spit, fiery spit, let off a clip. Fiery spit, fiery spit, fiery spit.
The one and only Supernatural. The legend. The OG. Now listen.
Fiery spit. Now Supernatural, we are catching wreck. When I spit it off the top, I rock hard and I never mean no disrespect. I date back to the days of sway and tech. Yeah, understand and feel the God's intellect. Baby boys and girls, lesson to unfurl. They said that they heard the tapes went around the world. For people out there that never know, they switch the name and call it, yo, the world famous Wake Up Show. A lot of people need to wake up. Chicken's head break up. Sucker cats take off the makeup. Other words, the fake face is standing in place. You ain't running like Supernatural, you just running a race. I used to smoke bones in the staircase. Back in New York, holding it down, I hold down the floor. Indiana native 2 demonstrated. Give me 5 seconds and I truly penetrated. A lot of rappers today, damn near overrated. I turn on the TV, oh, their egos inflated. I'm not Little Yachty, I'm not Little Uzi Vert. He don't rock with me right now, I'm pulling up his skirt. Put his face in the dirt. Man, you can understand. Y'all cats ain't rappers, shouldn't have mics in your hand. Bad Barbie, bad baby, not maybe. I tell you what, the rap game done gone crazy. It's flames now on you niggas that figure you're nice. Yeah, you ain't holding the mic, you ain't gripping it right. It's in your mouth. I can't understand one word you just say. I'm not on this planet, I'm a world away. Know what I mean? I turn gamma ray green when you sipping on the purple and you lipping off the lean. Your mind ain't nice on an instrumental. Y'all niggas is whack. Burn your pads and break your pencils. Fiery spit. Fiery spit. Fiery spit.
Now you ain't gotta go again, bro. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
Fiery spit.
Oh man, that's how he was recording his album when I walked in the studio somewhere mid-90s, man. He was just, track was just going, he would spit that, they would say, close it up, song is done, let's go to the next joint. The one and only Supernatural, man. DJ Revolution, man. Give it up, man. That's the OG Grandmaster himself. Now, we got love for you here, man.
Huyo ni Supernatural. Before that ilikuwa MC Juice. Kumaliza our session, kuna swali from Ani mwenye ameungana nasi tukimaliza. Shukran to them, shukran to Ivia, shukran pia to Wangu mwenye amepitia hapa. Ani asks, is there a notable difference in the way you used to do your freestyles 2 years ago and right now? If yes, please tell me more. If not, A+ for consistency maybe. Yes, consistency nishapata A+ yangu na nikaichukua and nika run away nayo bila any qualms. For freestyling, na kama kuna a notable difference, tukifanya freestyle Friday 52 mwaka uliopita, K9 aliuliza hili swali, aliuliza kama kuna tofauti. Nikamwambia naam, kuna difference kubwa sana. Before tufike hiyo session ya 52 that nili notice, because even before that session nilikuwa nimewatch the previous ones, nilikuwa go back na kuzitazama na kuona hapo ilikuwa sawa. Kuna some things uli execute, kuna some things huko unajua kufanya, but as you have worked on this, you have practiced it and you've practiced it and ume improve on a number of things. And that 52 ilikuwa one of those sessions ile zinaonyesha the impact of the amount of work nilikuwa nimefanya for the 51 weeks prior. So with getting to 2 weeks, kuna a lot of things that singeweza kufanya on freestyle Friday 1 or 15 or 23 or 36 or 64 or 74, that only by getting to 103 weeks nimekuwa able kufanya. So kuna tofauti kubwa sana. If you go back and watch this session after Annie, for example, and if you're watching this after, kuna some things that nime mentioned from a technical standpoint that's gonna build my skill set as a freestyler. Delivery, for example, flows and cadences, rhythms, internal rhyming, multisyllabic rhyming, cohesion and flow of thought, kuable kutell a story, kuable ku follow a prompt na kuflow nayo for an entire verse, set up na punchline technique, set up na punchline technique for 2-bar phrases, for 4-bar phrases, for 8-bar phrases. A lot of those things that nime mention, if I go back to the Afrikan mwenye alikuwa amekaa hapa chini akianza ku freestyle on June 4th 2021 I could not do, not even on the second session or the third or the fourth or the fifth or the 20th or the 30th. Ime have kufanywa for that long na ime have kujeka in this space for that long, and in hizo sessions za ku practice na za ku rap for that long when you were able kuzifanya. So the me sahi here way better in very many ways than the me who started doing this in 2021 by far. Wambo also mentioned this, akisema alikuwa na watch those older freestyles and alikuwa naziwatch na mtu. Sasa alikuwa namuuliza, mbona unaniaibisha? Why are you showing the world my workness when I started? Because I had horrible moments, as I usually say. Nilikuwa pia na good moments, but a majority of them, hata mimi nikiziwatch back, najiambia but kuna moments from those sessions as well where nilikuwa na execute kile nilikuwa nataka. But certainly if you watch back those sessions nikianza na ukuje uone the sessions zilizofuata baadaye, utaona tofauti kwa the skill level na vile nimeendelea kuwork on this craft for these 2 years, 104 weeks. Utachekio tofauti bila shaka, and improvements zimekuwa kibao. Ndio hata ni able kufanya what I did on Friday for an hour plus on stage, a freestyle show. Ingekuwa 2021 ikianza, singekuwa najua my way around, singeweza kuja hapo nichukue ya prompt ya msee na ni rap kuihusu for a full beat na ni create a song on the spot. I could not do such things, but sainaweza zifanya, and it can only get higher from here. So apart from A+ ya consistency, as Annie anasema, the difference is definitely there based on me kufanya hii shughuli for 104 weeks. And that has been our Q&A session here, Freestyle Friday, 2 years of Freestyle Friday. Asante for joining this session. If you're watching this baadaye on Instagram or on YouTube, let me know. Unaweza uliza pia swali lako kwa comment section, maswali yako kwa comment section. I appreciate sana. Asante for your time. Asante for being here. Thank you for making 2 years of Freestyle Friday possible na kukuwa part of hii safari. We shall see what shape and what form itachukua. Kwa sasa, that has been an amazing one. A beautiful journey. Beautiful journey. I thank you for being part of it. The good thing is the other sessions zina exist, ziko available, so you can watch them back. Hata kantachukua a break, a hiatus, a sabbatical. The sessions zina exist, you can keep watching those, uone vile nimewakia hii kitu and how nimefail and how nimegrow. But shukran kwa kuwa part of Freestyle Friday and being part of the movement and the community, the sessions. Na appreciate sana. Tuchekiane kwa video ingine, kama ni hapa, kama ni sana kwa sana, popote pale, ndashukuru sana. Tunamaliza na statement ya Annie, anasema love a good growth story. Congratulations. Shukran.